your second job, not the number plate side of it.
Oh, yeah, the managing people's car collections, yeah.
How did you get into that and what is it?
Okay, so basically when I bought my first Porsche, there was a few cars in the showroom that were really nice. And I said to Jonathan Franklin, these would all be good in a car collection. So he basically said, funnily enough, they are from a car collection, we're selling them on for someone.
Right.
And then I said, like, why? Thinking, is he strapped for cash? Like, what's going on? Just out of interest. And then it was just the fact that he had so many cars in his collection, he didn't have anyone to organise things.
Right, okay.
So I was actually just, well, he should give me a call. Because I'm one of the most organised people I probably know. And then it just started from there, thinking I could actually do this. And so many people were like, oh no, it's a rubbish idea, you'll never make any money, you can't make it a full-time job. But it's like the amount of people out there that do have cars, they want someone else to manage stuff for them. They want someone else to call people to book them in, get work done, organise transport.
So it's not just it's not just selling them. It's like getting them serviced.
Yeah, just
storage.
like organising and curating the collection. So we might look at like what people's plans are. So one of my clients, he's got like a big Aston Martin collection. So again, we were looking like, what do you want to do this year? Like, what are your plans? What do you want from your car collection? So when we first met, he really wanted to do track days and get into the car club scene, and he didn't have the confidence to do that. And he's like quite a lot older than me, so that was what we did. And then his next step this year is like, we want to add a DB5 into the collection. Right. And then he's got some Porsches as well, which is really good, so he wants to do some more track days in the Porsches as well.
That's brilliant.
And all that kind of thing.
Oh, I bet that's brilliant. Yeah. I bet that's an incredibly private
It is, yeah.
Thing as well.
So does it become word of mouth? So how do you get new clients?
All my clients are word of mouth. So this client I was talking about, he came to me through one of my first ever clients. And then again, it is just word of mouth. And then I go out to Dubai quite a lot, so I've got some clients out there. Right. And I've got one client in Australia as well. Not the
orange Porsche.
73 RS one, just for the record. I will hunt that person down though one day when I have that money. And yeah, it's really interesting. It's like really rewarding in a strange way to what my other job is, because that's rewarding because I'm helping people day in, day out and making changes to their lives. This is helping people with a different entity, but it's rewarding because
such a good idea.
It involves things that are personal to them, like their car collection, or some people might just want some number plates added on, and just making that happen.
Okay, so you haven't got any Liverpool players that are on your books that want a number plate? I will get rid of this number plate.
No Liverpool players, unfortunately, sorry.
Okay.
No.
So, without saying names, who's got the coolest car that you're managing? Or coolest collection? The
client I just mentioned with the Aston Martin, so we've got a Valkyrie
is he?
in the collection.
That's your favourite car, yeah, that's my favourite car.
And he's got a really nice 991 GT2 RS as well.
Right. Okay.
So that's the one we're going to try and get on track a bit more.
Yeah. He takes the Valkyrie on track?
Oh, yeah, so we did a track day in that, yeah. And then we both went down to Festival of Speed.
Right.
And then, Salon Privé as well. So he does drive it. It's not like a garage queen like most of the Valkyries. Yeah. And then sometimes he goes out with the Valkyrie Owner Club or whatever they call themselves. And then he does lots of stuff with them and they do bits and pieces. So he does get out and about in it. Oh, so it's nice sometimes you see them on Instagram, like a reel or whatever, and you'll see them all pulling out or pulling in, and then it's like Valkyrie. Yeah. And then it'll be like, oh, there you are.
Fair enough. That's such a cool idea.
Yeah,
I've never even thought about something like that.
Yeah, but
you actually physically get to see the cars as well. You don't just Yeah,
no, I go out to all my clients.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I'm really lucky, and obviously the fact that they trust me, because it's hard. It was really tough. I've got one client. He's quite old school. I'd verge on saying sexist.
Yeah.
So for me, managing his collection was a big thing, breaking that ice, because I was recommended to him by word of mouth, and then I turned up, I was in my Fiesta, obviously I'm female, and he wasn't expecting that. So, yeah, it's taken a long time to build his trust, and then having that moment where I'm like, actually, I've cracked the ice, and you do like me. You're not just being difficult because you're a dick. So that was a very good moment when I realised I'm actually doing something right with this person who's given me such a tough time. And it's like, when someone's like that, though, I'm not a quitter. I will literally kill you with kindness.
Yeah.
I will do the
Just
job
chip
to
away.
the nth degree and some, just to prove you wrong of what you've had this, like, picture or whatever you think about me when you don't really know me. So that was a success, a small tick.
Yeah. Where do you plan to go with that? Can you expand it? Can you?
I could, but then I'd have to give up my other job, and it's like a head and heart thing. Like, I've always been a scientist.
Yeah.
And that is like something I'm passionate about. So to give that up full time, I might have to do it one day. I'm not ready to do it at the moment.
Yeah. A scientist. You're definitely our first scientist on the podcast.
What other people have you had here job-wise?
They're just mechanics normally. No, we've had
Barbers.
Barbers, mechanics.
Barbers, landscape gardeners,
chippies.
people in IT.
Oh, variation.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's kind of the good thing about the car community. It's like, you know, we're all into cars, but everybody's backgrounds are different, you know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you're definitely the first scientist we've had here.